for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, where the Denver Nuggets win at 108-103 to improve to 8-0 at home this postseason. Lakers now go down 0-2 in the series. This is the first time LeBron has been down 0-2 in a series since the 2018 NBA Finals against the Warriors. That was his last season in Cleveland. They got swept in that NBA Finals. And now the Denver Nuggets are 2 wins away from their first ever NBA Finals. Nikola Jokic, another triple-double, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. His 7th triple-double this postseason. That ties Wilt Chamberlain for the most in a single postseason. And he's not even done yet. I mean, he might get 8 in the next game. He might get another one. He's a triple-double machine. Speaking of a machine, Jamal Murray was sort of like broken for the first 3 quarters. And then he flipped the switch in the fourth quarter. He was 5 of 17 for 14 points through 3. He was 6 of 7 from the floor for 23 points in the fourth, finishing with 37 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. This is a guy that didn't play all last season, recovering from an ACL tear. Didn't have him in the postseason at all. They got knocked out in the first round by the Warriors. Now they're 2 wins away from getting to the NBA Finals. And for more, welcome in former NBA Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson. As a player, helped the Spurs win the NBA championship in 1999. Avery, Jamal Murray in the third quarter, through 3 quarters, 5 of 17, 14 points, and then in the fourth, 6 of 7 for 23. What changed? What was the difference in the fourth quarter for Jamal Murray?
The Lakers defense completely broke down, especially in switching situations. Murray, here he is going against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis should be switching up the line, not below the 3-point line. LeBron James was in situations like on this one. Again, he's still too far back. You got to make Murray a driver. And then for whatever reason, the Lakers didn't make a good enough in-game adjustment that when Murray started to catch fire, trap him, get the ball out of his hands, make the ball find, one of his teammates, make them make the extra pass. I was very disappointed with the Lakers defense there in the fourth quarter. Give Jamal Murray credit, but the Lakers defense broke down significantly in pick and roll situations, dribble handoff situations, and not identifying who the hot man was. Murray was hot as a firecracker. I guess they still thought he was cold.
Is that more on the coach, Darvin Ham, or is that more on the players on the floor?
I think it's a combination of both, but it starts with the coaching staff. That's one of those. That's the reason why we talk about guys like Eric Spoelstra, in-game adjustments, not just game-to-game adjustments. After his first 2 threes, Jamal Murray, in the fourth quarter, you got to get the ball out of his hands. You got to make that ball find somebody else, not named Jamal Murray, not named Jokic, and make them try to finish and take tough shots. So this was another game that the Lakers allowed to slip away. They weren't very good offensively. They struggled from the 3-point line. They only made 8 threes. Anthony Davis came back with a very subpar game, but give the Nuggets credit. Jamal Murray caught fire in the fourth quarter and basically helped them go up 2-0 in the series.
Lakers have lost 4 straight road playoff games. You never want to put the blame on the officiating, whether you're the losing team, whether you're a fan. I guess fans, we can always blame the officials. You're a former NBA Coach of the Year. You're not going to get fined here if you say anything bad about the officials. Did you think officiating in this game was a factor?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no excuses about officiating. There were things that the Lakers could have controlled. There were some breakdowns. LeBron missed some threes. Anthony Davis gets stripped. He started wanting to be a 3-point shooter from the right corner. He made one. And sometimes with a big guy like him, make a 3 from the right corner is kind of fool's gold. Then he missed another 3 where he should have made one more pass to Reeves there on the right wing. But no, in this situation, when you're in the Western Conference Finals, cannot blame officiating. Those guys overall do a heck of a job. You got to control what you can control. Officiating didn't have anything to do with them being -9 in rebounds, -6 in 3-point shots. There was a couple of so many defensive breakdowns that had nothing to do with officiating.
Well, you also can't go 8 of 30 from beyond the arc and win a basketball game in the playoffs against a good Denver Nuggets team who hit a lot of clutch threes down the stretch. Nikola Jokic continues to be a problem for the Lakers. Trying to put Rui Hachimura on him. LeBron, you even saw LeBron get called for a foul late in this game where maybe you were questioning the call there. But Nikola Jokic, not named the MVP this year, named MVP the previous 2 seasons, and he records his 7th triple-double this playoffs. That ties Wilt Chamberlain for the most in a single playoffs. What are you seeing from Jokic? It's like he's just continuing what he did in the regular season in the playoffs. This guy is consistent.
He's playing on the superstar level. You got Jokic dominating in the Western Conference and Jimmy Butler dominating in the Eastern Conference. This guy's consistent. He's bringing it every night. To get triple-doubles consistently like this in the Western Conference Finals for a center is almost unheard of. This guy's just must-see TV, pass, dribble, and shoot, play at all 3 levels. I still don't believe the Lakers working him enough on the defensive end. They're not working him enough in transition. Everybody on the Lakers team is faster than this guy. Why are they not outrunning him in transition? But give Jokic credit. He's well coached, disciplined player, crafty. This guy can work dribble handoffs with his left, his right hand. Unbelievable ball handler for his size. He's just a joy to watch.
Well, and Michael Malone said it. We can rack up all these records in the playoffs, but it doesn't matter if we don't win an NBA title. We can get to the Western Conference Finals. We can win the Western Conference Finals. We can get the NBA Finals, but it's not going to matter unless we win the title. And now here they are sitting 2 wins away from getting there to somewhere they've never been. Michael Malone's doing a heck of a job coaching this team. He's got a lot of stars. Darvin Ham's got stars. Now, he made a change here in Game 2, Avery. You saw the change. He puts Jared Vanderbilt in the starting lineup, replacing Dennis Schroeder, trying to go a little bit more defense, a little bit more rebounding. What adjustments does Darvin Ham have to make in a Game 3 as the series shifts to L.A., where they are unbeaten at Crypto.com Arena this postseason?
Yeah, you always got to wonder when coaches are steadily making changes this late in the game. We saw it a little bit with Golden State when, maybe Gary Payton II starts a game and then another guy starts, or, then Draymond. So it's just in this situation, who are you going to start now? Hachimura, which I've been advocating for him to start this entire series. And he played well off the bench again with 21 points. So Jared Vanderbilt, I don't know if this is a series for him. He doesn't really score the basketball. Defensively, I don't know if he gets enough consistent stops. But they were in the game. I mean, they were winning the game at halftime. So maybe with Jared Vanderbilt, with his minutes, the game was tied after the first quarter. So I just think you got to find something consistent. But I am a big advocate for Hachimura playing even more minutes because I think he's a really good fit with this lineup, especially with the other big 2 of Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Avery, is this series a wrap, or you have the Lakers coming back to make it a series?
Absolutely not. I picked the Lakers to win this series. I'm sticking with it. Now, Game 3 is a must-win. If they don't win Game 3, this series is over. But I expect them to come back. Anthony Davis will get back to playing his superstar self. He plays sometimes, in some ways, every other game. So this will be his up game. He'll probably score 38 points in his next game at home, get the crowd really involved, and they'll come back and win these next 2 games at home, and we'll have a tie series going back to Denver, and it'll be a 3-game series at that point.
Well,
but the Lakers obviously are the must-win situation.
Yeah, the Nuggets hold serve on their home court. Now the Lakers got to do the same. The Lakers undefeated at home. Nuggets remain undefeated at home. So it's something's got to give here in Game 3 as the series shifts to Crypto.com Arena. But now the Lakers looking at an 0-2 series deficit as they lose here by the final of 108 to 103 on the road in Denver. Their 4th straight road playoff loss. Avery Johnson here on CBS Sports HQ breaking down for us. As you see the series schedule ahead, shifting to L.A. for games 3 and 4, 8:30 Eastern time on Saturday night again. Lakers are 6-0 at home, looking to get to 8-0 at home to tie it up and go even-steven in the Western Conference. Down 0-2, but headed back to L.A., where they have not lost a game this postseason.